Hello and welcome to another Book of the Week review. My name is Daniel Midson-Short, and this week we're reviewing the book How to Work a Room by Susan RoAnne. This is a book that was originally published in 1988, which helps you to overcome the challenges of social situations. Most of us don't really like being at social events, whether they're networking, community, or family events, where we're forced to network and to get to know people that we don't really want to get to know. It's not comfortable, it's not pleasant, it's not natural. And that's what this book tries to help you to overcome. Now, of course, this book was written a long time ago in 1988, so since then a lot of the world has changed, especially to do with social media and the way we network. And I think that the author does a decent job in acknowledging the fact that the world has changed a lot and the way we think and perceive has changed as well as a result. In some respects, the book does feel a little bit cheesy and outdated. There are definitely a lot of anecdotes in there that kind of had me rolling my eyes a little bit, and they feel a little bit forced. But when you read the book, you can kind of skip through the stories and get to the parts that actually have the value. And that's what I want to share in the rest of this book review, is 3 ideas that really impacted me and changed the way I think about social situations and have helped me over the years. So the first thing that I learned from How to Work a Room is that social skills are not fixed. Nobody is born with great social skills, even though some of us are more extroverted and more likable, let's say. The ability to listen, to connect, get to know people is something that we have to all learn in our own way. We have to use our own personality, and we have to learn to extend that in a way into social situations. And that's what this book talks about, is seeing that you can actually improve your social skills and giving you tips and techniques to do that. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics of it because I would recommend, if that's interesting to you, to read the book and to get the details there. But the concept that social skills are not fixed and that you can improve over time if you focus on them was a very encouraging, enlightening point for me. If you put yourself in social situations, even in small groups and things like that, and you practice some of the skills in this book, you will find that slowly over time your social skills do improve and that you start to feel more comfortable in those uncomfortable situations. Second idea I learned from this book is that it's not as bad as you think. Yes, as I mentioned in the beginning, none of us really love being in forced social situations, but if you look at it from a certain perspective, which we'll talk about in a minute, you find that it gets a lot easier. I think the reason a lot of us dread social situations is because we think we're going to have a negative outcome. But the reality is, at worst case, you're either ignored or you're forgotten by the people that you met at those social events. Very rarely are you criticized or condemned or something uncomfortable happens. Most of the time, the fact is you're just ignored or forgotten. And so realizing that's the worst can happen, it kind of gives you a little bit more relief when you get into these situations. However, on the other hand, the best case is that you might meet a new friend or something good might come out of it. You might actually have fun. You might enjoy yourself. You might connect with someone you didn't expect to. And I find in these face-to-face interactions that happens a lot easier and a lot smoother than it does if we're just connecting online all the time. Particularly in these kind of work from home times, when you force yourself into these social situations in real life, you find that they're not as bad as you think, and you actually might have fun along the way. And the third idea that I learned from How to Work a Room is the idea of hosts versus guests. It's probably the core message of this book, and it's a great concept because whenever we go into a social situation, particularly if it's a forced social situation like a networking or community event, we are a guest and we feel uncomfortable because it's not our environment. We don't have power in that situation. However, if we choose to see ourselves as a host in that situation, to focus on proactively connecting other people, making other people feel comfortable, making sure that everyone's having a good time as best we can, you find that that takes the pressure off you having to focus on yourself, and you enjoy the situation more. Little simple examples of this are when you first get there, if you meet somebody and then you meet a second person, introducing those people to each other. Taking a moment to act more like a host, even though it's not your party, you'll find that it gives you a little bit more comfort and it makes you connect with people more naturally. Now, acting like a host might sound like you're putting yourself in a situation that you shouldn't be in, but it's not so much about the action, but the mindset. If you see yourself more as a host in those situations, very often it gives you a different feeling in the environment, and you're more comfortable, you're more relaxed, and it's more conducive to you making friends because you're being welcoming and open, just like a host would be in that situation. If I could sum this book up in 3 words, it would be prepared, proactive, and pleasant. And what I mean by that is when you go into a situation, be prepared with your elevator pitch, with a little bit about yourself. Be proactive and actually say hello to people, introduce yourself, introduce people to each other. And third, be pleasant, be friendly, be open, be sociable, be amiable. Don't be negative, don't be critical, don't be awkward, just be pleasant. Those 3 P's, prepared, proactive, and pleasant, will get you a long way to being a better social person. As I said in the beginning, this book is a little bit outdated in some respects. It was written a long time ago, but it is still a classic, and it does have some tangible ideas that can really help you to improve if you're willing to put yourself in the situation. A lot of it is in the practice more than the theory, but I think the book How to Work a Room by Susan RoAnne is a great place to start if you're looking to improve your social skills. Hopefully these ideas have been valuable for you. I would recommend checking out this book if it is an area of your life that you would like to improve. If you like this video, please leave a like and share a comment below, sharing your insights about social situations and how you've learned to overcome the uncomfortableness or the awkwardness that you've felt in the past. And as always, if you like what we're doing on this channel, please consider subscribing and becoming a member of our Discord, where we all connect and talk to each other in more detail. My name is Daniel Midson-Short. Thank you for watching, and as always, thank you for improving yourself.